Hello. We are live.
Now we're live. Here we are.
We are doing this. This is the first time we are trying this format. If anything, it'll just be a fun live recording that you all get to listen to later. But hopefully some people tune in and ask questions, whatever they feel like asking, and hopefully it'll be a little more interactive. But if not, you're just going to get a fun little episode from us.
Yeah.
Yeah. So the plan for today is we're going to answer questions, but we're going to do like game show style, I guess.
Yeah, it's like a question and answer type session, but
yeah.
I'll be answering based on what I think your response would be and vice versa.
Yeah.
Just to make it a little more interesting, see how well we know each other.
Yeah, exactly.
It'll be a bit of a test.
Yeah.
Except you have a better memory than me, so
yeah.
I'm feeling you have a huge advantage for this one.
I think so too. But we'll see. So yes, that is the format. We're gonna do we answer for each other and see if we can get it right. So this is just for funsies, I guess. Also, we're just trying this out for the first time. If it works, wonderful. If it doesn't work, even better. It's like this is still a very new podcast, and we're trying new things, and we're seeing what works and what doesn't, and that's part of the fun and part of the creative process is to just like see what happens.
Yeah, we can answer either way.
Exactly.
Now we can. We
will get an answer
either way. Move forward with
that
answer.
Yeah. Okay, so let's get started.
All right.
Shall we?
Yeah.
Okay.
I'm excited.
I'm excited too.
Good.
Okay, here we go. What should we start with? Should we start with just something
easy, simple and easy?
Something simple and easy.
We'll gradually.
Okay.
Get a little more.
Yeah.
Complex and in depth.
Okay, that sounds good. For those of you who are just listening and not watching, we have a whiteboard, and so the person asking the question is going to, so like if I'm asking a question, Mike is going to write down his answer on the whiteboard, and then I'm going to try and guess it, and then, Mike will show us the answer that he has written on the whiteboard, but of course he's going to say it too, but just so you guys know, that's what is going on if you're just listening.
I'll try my best to write clearly.
That's
my
okay.
handwriting is pretty sloppy.
That's okay, as long as I can read
chicken
it.
Scratch.
Okay, so here we go. First question. It's an easy one. It's food related.
Okay.
Sweet or savory? Sweet or savory?
Do I think you like sweet or savory
No,
more?
you're writing your answer.
I'm writing my answer.
Do you like sweet or savory more? I mean, it's easy.
Man.
You're writing your own answer, and I'm guessing.
Okay. Got it.
Yeah.
Oh, man.
Sweet or savory?
I like them both at the same time.
Okay, well, don't say. The whole point is...
Well, no, I have to choose one.
Yeah, you have to pick one.
I can't say both.
No, you can't say both.
I like saying both, though.
No.
Okay.
You have to choose one.
I'm going to write all caps.
Okay, well, I already knew the answer before Mike even wrote it down.
Are you watching my hands?
No,
Okay.
no, I just already knew. Like, that took you forever, but I already knew the answer. Savory. Savory,
ding.
Yeah. I mean, that was...
You knew it before I did.
I know, you deliberated for so long.
I mean, it's a tough one.
I don't know about that.
It's Eraser's not the best, but...
No, it's not.
It's getting the job done.
Yeah, it's okay.
All right.
We'll try something different.
Your turn.
Oh, hey. Hello. We have some people joining us live. Amazing. This is a question or answer. Hello. Yes, question or answer. So type your questions into the chat. Anything you want to ask us, either about our relationship, your own relationship. I mean, I guess you could ask about somebody else's relationship.
Hypothetical.
Yeah, right? But yeah, you can ask us any question you want, anything you want to know about our polyamorous relationship, how we open things up, what's it been like for us, or I don't know, maybe you're like, I really need help with something. I have a question. Here we go. How did you get into poly, and how does it work? Awesome. So basically how we decided to be polyamorous is I cheated. I cheated on Mike, my husband. We were dating at the time. And I realized it was a pattern that I was sort of going through with my significant other or any significant other at the time. And so we kind of talked about it together and realized that opening up our relationship and being polyamorous was something that we thought was going to be best for both of us. So it came from cheating, but it ended up being a really, really great thing. And for us, it's the way it works is like we're both allowed to date other people if we want to. Nothing is off limits. It can be a romantic relationship. It can be a purely emotional relationship. There's no limits to it.
Yeah. I guess I would just add that, the transition from the cheating to the poly was like, it was over several months, and it was a painful, pretty long process.
Yeah.
To go from the cheating to the deciding to be polyamorous. A lot of figuring out, what we really wanted, and I guess thinking back on past patterns and habits for you.
Yeah.
Figuring out like why were you doing that, and like what did you really want?
Mm-hmm.
What was the true cause of, of cheating?
Yeah.
For you. So yeah, we talk a lot more depth about that in some of our podcast episodes.
Yeah. If you want to listen to episode 4, I believe. That's the one where we really dive deep into the cheating and how it all happened. The episode title is Cheating. Yeah, it is. It's kind of like swinging, but my understanding of swinging is that it's like with another couple. So it's like we would find another couple and then like trade partners for the night.
Like a partner swap.
Yeah, and then that's it. It's not really about developing a relationship with somebody else.
Yeah.
Right?
I actually don't really know the exact definition of swinging.
Yes, I don't either.
But in my head, I think of it like, it almost like sounds like a dance. It's like a quick experience where you like swap partners and then it ends and then you just move on.
Oh, I love that.
But, it sounds like a dance move to me almost. But yeah, ours is different though. We could have much longer romantic relationships and just one night or one experience.
Yeah, exactly.
There's no time frame.
Yeah.
Going for months, days, months, years.
Yeah.
However it plays out.
Yeah, exactly. That's so funny. I never thought about it that way with the dancing thing. Like, duh.
Yeah, it's kind of popped in my head.
The next question is, Elisa, are you bi? No, I'm not. But also, like, I'm not, like, opposed to dating a female if that were to happen. Like, I've never really been attracted to a female before, so I highly doubt it would happen. But, like, yeah, if I met another woman and was like, oh my God, I need to get to know you. Like, I wouldn't be opposed to it. I just don't really see it happening, but never say never,
Yeah, so you're still open to it, even though
yeah,
it just hasn't happened yet.
Yeah, exactly.
And you're probably, pretty strongly heterosexual.
Yeah. Yeah, but never say never. Exactly.
Yeah, you're leaving it open.
Yeah, leaving it open. Yeah, so thank you for all your questions. If you have any more, please, send them in. That is the whole point of today, of this episode. Okay, so while we're waiting for more questions, let's swap. So now it's my turn. The question from before was sweet or savory. Okay, so now, Mike, what's my answer?
I think it's definitely sweet.
Yeah. It's for sure sweet. I have like the biggest sweet tooth. Well, I don't know, we both have pretty big sweet tooths.
Yeah, but
mine is way worse.
I think you're always wanting dessert.
Yeah, always wanting dessert. And if I choose dessert, what flavor is it?
It's chocolate.
It's always chocolate.
That's an easy one.
That was an easy one, but that's why. We said we wanted to start with something easy. But I'm worried. I thought this was easy, and you were deliberating. You're like, I don't know.
Well, I mean, the question's not complicated, but,
Yeah.
It's not like the answer is easy.
Yeah.
All right, let's try to find something a little more...
Okay.
I don't know. A little more personal, I guess.
A little more personal. Okay. How about... I know, I have some really funny questions on here. Oh, this one's kind of fun, and it can get a little personal. So imagine you have a remote that can rewind, fast forward, stop, and start time. Remember like that movie? What was...
Oh, was it Click? The one with Adam Sandler?
Yes, Click. Remember that movie where he has that like remote?
That. Yeah.
And then he starts like fast forwarding and rewinding through certain parts of his life, and yeah. And then he learns to like enjoy every moment or whatever. That's like...
Yeah, that's like the understanding he comes to.
Yeah. Anyway, this one you don't have to write down because that's a little...
That's gonna be a bit much.
Yeah, that's okay. A bit much. How am I supposed to guess that?
Oh, what's the question? Like, what part of my life would I do?
If you had a remote that could do all of those things, what would you do with it?
I mean, that's tough. I guess it's also like that other that movie we watched recently where the men in that family could go back in time.
Oh, yes. That was so good. With Rachel McAdams.
Yeah.
Oh, what was the name of that? Yeah. It's like an older movie.
Yeah, it was like a rom-com.
Yeah.
I can't remember. But,
shoot. It came out in like 2012.
Oh, About Time? I think it was.
I don't remember.
On Time? Okay. But anyways, I think I would do pretty much the same thing that the guy in that movie does. Uh-huh. Like anytime I lived an experience, usually, a lot of us would be like in middle school or high school, and I was just like the shy, nerdy type and like made a lot more mistakes than I do now. Mm-hmm. I still make mistakes, of course. But like anytime I made a decision and then I felt like it went poorly and I had a regret about it.
Yeah.
Like a strong regret, then I'd go back and try it again and try something different.
Yeah.
And so I'd be able to experiment with all these, so-called mistakes that I felt like I made.
Yeah.
Learn from them, and then just be able to move forward.
Yeah.
I guess you kind of do that in your own life anyways. It's just that it just takes more time because you can't go back in time.
Yeah.
That's the only difference.
Well, yeah, and you can't change something that has actually already happened.
Yeah, you just have to learn from it.
Yeah. Okay, so...
But I don't really have...
What would you go back and change then?
I think I would just take a lot more like social chances in high school. Mm-hmm. Because I was just so, so focused on sports in school. I just didn't really like put myself out there all that much. Mm-hmm. So even just something as simple as just like trying to strike up a conversation with like just someone new outside my clique or outside my group.
Yeah.
I just wasn't that type. Like I wasn't like, I don't know, the social butterfly or like the leader of the group type. Mm-hmm. So I just kind of like stuck to what I was comfortable with.
Yeah.
And then, yeah, of course, talking to girls I had crushes on or at least trying to.
Yeah. Oh, hi. Hello. really quick. We've got a few more people that have joined. So just want to say hello. If you have any questions for us, please type them in the chat. Anything you want to know about our relationship, polyamory, open relationships. If you have any questions about, I don't know, maybe you need some advice, anything like that, feel free to type them in the chat and we will answer. Nothing is off limits. Okay.
Yeah, don't be shy. Don't be like me in high school.
Exactly. And then feel like you need to go back and change.
Yeah, like regret not asking something.
Okay. But yeah, and so you were talking about girls.
Yeah.
Yeah. They're talking to girls. Okay. I think I'd probably do the same thing. Maybe I would use it to fast forward through like work. Wouldn't that be nice? I work as a server. And lately I've been working really long hours. So I would love to fast forward through my like 10-hour shift and then be done with it.
Yeah, and have to experience that pain and torture.
Yeah.
Do you have a question?
We do. We have a question here. It says, "Hi, F&D here. We are married/parents and new to this. How do you divide the time between partners?" That's a good one.
Yeah.
That's a good one because
very practical one.
Yeah, we've talked about that and that's we talked about possibly doing a whole episode on it, but I don't know if we could. I mean, maybe.
I don't think quite yet.
Not quite yet, but what we've found so far is that like time management is very key, right? Because as much as we want to spend so much time with everybody, we can't. You know, there's only a certain number of hours in the day, and that's that. And so prioritizing how often do you want to see each other? If you have a priority, like since you guys are married, I'm going to assuming that you want to be each other's primary partners and spend the most time with each other. But sometimes, I don't know, if like a relationship is new, maybe you decide that like you want to do something. Sorry. This is the fun of the live. Our thing is going off right now.
Alexa.
There we go. Yeah, no, don't say it out loud. She's going to hear you.
Oh no.
I know.
Okay.
Sorry. Okay, so yes, you guys are primary partners. So yeah, like deciding how much time you want to be able to spend with other people, maybe blocking out, is it just 1 or 2 nights a week and that you can spend with your other partner? And then maybe sometimes you plan out like a weekend vacation if that's something you want to do. But really like communicating about it and talking about it before you get in that position, so that way everyone knows and is clear about like what the rules and the boundaries are. And you can always change them as you go through it and as you live through it. I know for me, like when you're starting a new relationship, it's so exciting and you want to see that person as often as you can. And so maybe, you know, you allow for more time at the very beginning to really get to know somebody, and then you sort of like even it out. Or maybe it's vice versa. You know, maybe your partner is really struggling with you, you know, going and seeing another person. So maybe at first it starts out just like a little bit of time. And then as you get to know this new partner and as your husband starts to get more comfortable, then maybe you start seeing each other more. But I think the key is to really like be very clear from the beginning what your like rules and boundaries are around spending time with another person before you get into another relationship.
Yeah, I mean that's well put.
Thank you.
For me, just being pretty structured, I feel like, you know, I really would want to time block everything. Mm-hmm. So I want to figure out, and you know, if you work full time and you're a normal person, you can.
Normal person? Wow, I guess I'm not a normal person.
I mean, if you get a normal amount of sleep. So I'm not that. I don't know. Some of our friends only sleep like 5 or 6 hours. I need like at least 7, probably 8.
Yeah.
So you have, if you work full time, if you need a normal amount of sleep, then you only have so much free time in your day.
Yeah.
And so I personally feel like you need to first, talk with your partner, figure out exactly which nights are free, you have free together, and which nights you want to spend together. Mm-hmm. So you have that time blocked off, work, sleep, if you're a parent, time with kids, or what other obligations you have for your children. Mm-hmm. And then partner time, and then you have a set amount of remaining time. Mm-hmm. And so then with that set amount of remaining time, you figure out, that'll be your time to pursue hobbies, to date, to if you end up forming a relationship, spending time with that other partner. But yeah, and that's the tricky logistical side.
Yeah. But
I feel like the only way to truly make it work is you have to, have a pretty strict schedule.
Yeah.
Otherwise, you might just waste time, or you might not do everything that you want to do.
Yeah. Yeah, exactly.
We're still pretty new to that, though. We should mention that. I'm more new to that than you are, but
yeah. But that's exactly what we did when I was dating somebody else somewhat seriously. We did exactly that. We would basically compare schedules.
Yeah, it was every Sunday.
Yeah, we would look at our schedule and be like, okay, what days do we have available, and yeah, we would plan it out, because that's just how it's got to be, when everyone's busy and doing stuff. I have a question for you. I'm just curious, how many kids do you have, and what are their ages? I just want to know, just to kind of see where you're at. I think that's really cool that you're new to this and you're still wanting to, even with kids, wanting to try this, because we didn't touch on it in one of our episodes, but in one of the Instagram lives that we did, we talked about it. And Mike, remember, you were like, oh, I don't know how this would really work if we had kids. And I was like, what? I think it can totally work. Do you remember that?
Yeah. Yeah. I still believe that, but also, I'm still new to this, so
yeah,
that's just my initial thought. I'm not saying it's not possible. I definitely think it is possible, but it just adds another layer of complexity.
Yeah.
Another obligation.
Yeah, totally.
Our
kids are 5, twin boys, and a 2-year-old princess. Oh my gosh, that's awesome.
I'm a twin also.
Yeah, so. Mike is a twin. So he gets it. Twinning life.
Yep. Yeah, being a twin is fun, especially in middle school and high school. You get to play a lot of pranks.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, you have that to look forward to. But yeah, so I think that's so cool that with kids you're wanting to try this and see how it goes. So yeah, I want to hear more. So if you want to reach out to me on Instagram, or if you want to email us, yeah, please do. I would love to hear more about how things are going for you. Yeah. Awesome. Thank you. Cool. Yeah, but we kind of touched on that a little bit in one of the live we did together.
Yeah.
But yeah, I should say this again. I would recommend the book, The Ethical Slut. It goes into so much detail about basically everything we are talking about, and all of the different ways of having an open relationship or a polyamorous relationship, the different kinds of relationships, all of the little logistical things to think about too. It goes so in depth, and that's one of the things that they talk about in that book is with kids. So I would recommend that just to see what they have to say. We have another question. Where are we from? So we're calling calling in. Haha, we're not calling in. We are doing this live from LA. We live in Los Angeles. And, oh, good. Yes. Yeah, get the book. And if you read it, let me know. And we can talk about it. But yeah, we currently live in LA. I am from Orange County, born and raised. Lived there my whole life.
I'm from San Jose, California, up north. Mm-hmm. And I lived in LA for, 16 years.
Yeah.
Yeah, I moved down here to go to school. I went to UCLA, and I've stayed here ever since.
Yep. Yeah. I know. So you've been here a really long time, almost as long as...
Yeah.
Yeah.
I've been here almost as long as I lived in San Jose for.
Yeah. Dang.
2 more years.
I know. But it's okay. I think you're officially an LA resident. Yeah.
Oh, resident, but not.
Well, you know,
not
like in that sense. Oh, whatever.
My allegiance is still to the NorCal teams.
Yeah. Whatever.
But now I'll root for the LA teams. Before they were like rivals and California rivals. I didn't even want to root for them, but now I'll root for them as long as they're not playing.
Yeah. Okay.
The Northern California teams.
Okay. I do think I had a little something to do with that. I'm not huge into sports, but I really love baseball. And since I'm from Orange County, the Angels are my team. Woo! Even though, you know, they've been struggling for a few years, but that's okay. They are still my team, and they always will be. But pre-pandemic, we went to tons of baseball games because it's my favorite. And I would make Mike wear, like, red. And he doesn't own anything that's, like, Angels. But I would still make him wear red, or at least not wear the other team color, and, like, get him to, like, support and cheer for my team. So I feel like now he's finally like, okay, I'll root for the LA teams when they're not playing my team, kind of thing.
Yeah, but there's also another factor to that. Like, I'm not a huge baseball fan, so I'm like, okay, I'll root for your team as long as they're not playing the Giants or the A's.
Yeah.
But yeah, I just had less, passion behind baseball to do with basketball and football and soccer.
Yeah. Yeah, fair enough.
Yeah. Let's get to another question.
Okay. We had a few more people join, so I just want to let everyone know, like, yes, hi, hello. Thank you so much for joining us. This is the first time we've done one of these, so it's really cool to see, like, people on here and wanting to hear from us and ask questions. So please ask any questions that you'd like, either about our relationship, if you need advice on your own relationship, anything that has to do with polyamory or open relationships. Yeah, anything like that in general. Please, type it into the chat and we will answer your question. Okay, cool. So we are moving on. We have some just like fun questions that we are going through while we're waiting for any questions from you guys. So should we do, let's see. Ooh, I want to do one of these. How about, what's the most beautiful beach you've been to? Okay.
Oh.
I don't know if this is Oh, it is. Okay. You know, what is the most beautiful beach you've been to?
Well, I'm second guessing myself.
Okay, so basically the way it's working, just go with your first. The way it's working is we're answering for each other. So Mike is writing down his answer on a whiteboard, and then I'm guessing. So I think the most beautiful beach you've been to is either...
It's only one.
Ah, shoot. I'm going to go with... Oh, shoot. Costa Rica?
Oh, I mean, Tamarindo did not have a beautiful beach. There was...
Well...
I think it was...
Oh, no. I got it wrong.
Playas Is it Playa Conchal? Yeah.
Uh-huh.
Seashell
Conchal.
Beach.
Uh-huh.
Playa Conchal, Seashell Beach.
Yeah.
That was a beautiful beach.
Yeah.
No, but actually, I kind of changed it. It's more so the beach I love the most, maybe not the most beautiful.
Oh, well, of course I'm going to guess it wrong if you do that.
That was Coronado, San Diego.
Okay.
It's a beautiful beach. It's not like the Paradise Beach you see, that we've been to in like Mexico, like Playa del Carmen.
I was gonna say Mexico.
Costa Rica had beautiful beaches too, but
okay, well, if you change the question, then of course I'm gonna get the answer wrong.
Hey, it's just a fun game, right?
It is, but you know what? I like to win. I'm very competitive. If you don't know me, then I'm an Aries, very, very competitive, so I like to win. I don't like to lose, even in something silly like this. Okay, here we go. My favorite beach, I'm going to write it down, and you have to guess.
But it has to be one that we've been to together, right? Otherwise, I just have no clue what to guess.
Oh, I almost guessed like in Nicaragua. I know we haven't been there together, but you went, and I was like, that might have some beautiful beaches. I don't know. Or I almost guessed like you went to the Caribbean before you met me.
Yeah.
And those were some beautiful beaches, so, But,
yeah, went to Nassau, the Bahamas. Yeah. Actually, Playa del Carmen, I think, was beautiful. It was more beautiful than that.
Okay, well, I already wrote my answer, so.
Okay. I'm going to say Playa del Carmen.
Well, you're wrong, because I said the beach at Soltara. What?
I never saw that beach.
Yeah, well, it doesn't matter. It's still the question is not the most beautiful beach we have been to together. Yeah. The question was, what's the most beautiful beach you've ever been to?
It's just hard to compare when I haven't seen that beach.
You haven't seen it, but whatever.
Okay.
That's still the most beautiful. Soltara is in Costa Rica, for everyone listening. It's in Costa Rica, and Soltara is this like center, what do you call it? Basically to do plant medicine ceremonies with ayahuasca. And so yeah, that's Soltara, and that's the best beach I've been to. It's beautiful. So
I'll have to see pictures.
Yeah. What do you mean you've seen pictures? Anyway, we have a question. Okay, we have a question. Do you play together or date together? We have not. It's not something we've really talked about. I don't know.
Yeah.
Or really like considered. Not yet.
I mean, I'm definitely open to it, but
wow.
It hasn't. The opportunity hasn't ever arisen, so I don't think it's really like forced our hand to have to decide.
Yeah.
I also think we haven't directly talked about it, but I think we both want to just pursue relationships on our own first, and then we'll see where it goes from there.
Yeah.
But I think we both want to start there.
Yeah, and also, I know somebody asked the question earlier, like, neither one of us is like bi, or we're both heterosexual, so it makes it a little different because, like, I don't know, like, okay, if we were to bring in, well, you're like, I'm so open to it. Okay, if you're so open to it, what if I brought in another man?
Oh, yeah.
Would you be open to that?
That was assuming it was another woman.
See, so you're so open to it if it's, another woman. What if it's another man?
I said I was open to it under that condition.
Oh, okay.
Well, so that's exactly it. That's the issue.
Yeah, and so that's the thing. It's like I'm not into girls. Yeah. Like but like I said, like who knows? Like maybe I meet a girl and I'm like, oh shit, like, oh, this is live. Oh shoot. Like you're super amazing and I want to date you. And then maybe we would do something. We could do something like that. But again, that's just not something I'm really into. I haven't really ever been into girls.
Yeah. At this stage, I don't think it's.
Yeah.
I don't think it's really like on our radar or something we want to do.
Yeah. And that's probably why we've never talked about it.
Yeah. But I guess we're both open to it.
Yeah.
Later down the road.
Yeah, exactly. And I think it also, it would have to be the right person under the right circumstances. But yeah. Yeah. We have another question.
Or date together. We haven't done that yet.
Date together?
Yeah.
Yeah, but, well, okay, so I have a question for you. Date together, do you mean like we would both go on a date with one other person? So like another man or another woman? Or do you mean like go on a date with another couple? So that's my question. So let me know in the chat. And we have another question. So F from earlier who asked the question about splitting up your time. She says, well, D is straight and I am hetero-flex. So I feel it would be fun to swap. Yes. And see, that's the thing. Like, there's a little part of me that's like, that would be so fun. It's a new experience. And like, that's kind of the whole point. Well, at least for us, that's one of the reasons, is like to meet other people and have other experiences and have other relationships and make connections and relationships with other people. That's one of the big reasons why we are polyamorous. And so it feels like to me, I'm like, I've just cut out like 50% of the people that I could like have a connection with. But like, not really, you know?
I mean, that's your call. It's your decision.
Well, no, it's not like I'm purposely being like, no, I'm not going to date women. It's just I'm not attracted to women. And
yeah,
I've never.
You don't have to like feel like you're missing out or like force it. Yeah, that's just your natural attraction.
Yeah,
and you understand that.
Yeah, but at the same time, I'm like, I kind of wish I did. Because that would just, again, be a new experience. So yeah, going back to what?
You always want both or more.
I do.
So I get that.
Yeah. Oh, what?
That's probably why we're here right now.
It is. Have your cake and eat it too. That's what my mom said. She was like, you can't have your cake and eat it too. And I was like, yes, I can.
Yeah, I mean, I get it. It's like, it's along those lines, but it's not exactly that.
Yeah, no, it's not exactly that. But okay, so going back to what F said, yeah, I think it would be super fun to swap. You know, and especially like if your partner's straight, but you're fine with it, like that would be super fun. Or you guys could potentially date somebody else or like the same person, you know? So if he's straight, it would be another woman. Yeah. So if you both dated a woman, that could be like the same woman. That could be kind of cool. And then you could do like we were just talking about. You could have a threesome. You know? If that's what you're into. Or maybe you just want like a real like not real relationship, but like a more emotional based relationship. It doesn't always have to be, you know, about sex and intimacy. And it's not for us. Like sex is a way to be very intimate with somebody. And so I think if you are starting an emotional relationship with someone, eventually you're going to want to make it physical because that's like the ultimate way of really like knowing them in a sense. So.
Oh yeah, like a complete way.
Yeah. Yeah. So yeah, I think that could be really fun. So again, we are going to connect F and we'll talk more. And you'll have to let me know. But I thought there was somebody else. Oh, I didn't realize F, you were the one that asked the question. if we date together. I thought it was somebody else. Okay. So my question to you was, do you mean like date the same person or date another couple?
Either like go on like a double date, but we're not with each other. We're with other people. That'd be interesting.
I know. That would be really interesting.
Yeah.
Well, you know what? I have either way. Yeah, either way.
Okay.
That could be really interesting. And this is something that like has crossed my mind and I've thought about, but like we've never really talked about. So what if like you get into a relationship with another woman and then I get into a relationship with another man and then we go on like a double date, the four of us. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I mean, I'd be completely fine with that. And I think it really depends on how the people we're seeing feel about it.
True, yeah. Because, yeah, they would need to meet us, and then they would also need to meet each other, but that's just, like, one of the possibilities. And that's how, like, these, like, poly houses and stuff, like, start, sort of. It's like everybody, right, you bring your partner, and then I bring my partner, and then they bring their partners, and then it's like this whole, and they're like
branches out from
there.
there.
And it's like this little community, and you have your little community. So I mean, yeah, it's like who knows, but that is something I've thought about. It could be really fun, and also, oh, I forgot there was a TV show. I watched it. I watched it in 2019 when we lived here the first time.
Yeah.
Oh shoot. I watched it and I can't remember the name of it, but that's exactly what happens. It's like one partner, they're like a married couple and they're in probably like their late 40s, early 50s, and they one partner cheats on the other, and so they open up their relationship, they start seeing other people, and they go on this like group date. It's like all four of them, and they do that for a while. And anyway, it's
is it a TV show or a documentary?
It's a TV show.
Okay,
it's a TV show. I'll have to try and think of it, and when I do, this is gonna get posted on our podcast. So everything we mention, I will find, and when we post this on the podcast, I'll link everything in the show notes. Okay, so we have another question.
Yeah, so how open is the relationship and how much do you share with one another? So we're very open.
Yeah.
With who we're thinking about dating, who we're dating, what happened on that date, and you know what we're feeling for the other person.
Yeah.
So we're pretty much completely transparent and open.
Yeah.
I mean, I guess we don't really go into like super detail about you know, the more intimate parts, but you know, I think everything is well known and well understood.
Yeah, I know that some people say like, oh, it's fine, you can go on a date, but I like don't want to know the details. And I can understand how maybe that could be easy at first, but I don't think in the long run, I don't think that's healthy. Because if you don't want to know, I think there's something there, like some resistance or some sort of insecurity still. And so that needs to be looked at. If you say like, okay, yes, we can be open, but I don't want to know the details, that means there is an insecurity there that needs to be addressed and that needs to be talked about. And, you know, and you can figure that out together with your partner. But I think maybe that's something maybe at first you can start with if it's easier, but I don't think that's not really a long-term solution to having like an open relationship or being polyamorous.
Yeah, I guess for me, if someone didn't want to know just like the basic, I don't know, just like basically what happened during a date. Like there's some sort of like discomfort to the point where they're trying to block it out.
Yeah.
And yeah, as you were saying, I think that would only build kind of, I don't know, maybe some anger, some resentment, some jealousy. Because then they might fill in that unknown with, kind of more negative situations that they create in their head.
Yeah.
And it can make it a lot worse than what's actually happening.
Yeah.
But I guess at the end of the day, it's really what, you and your partner decide and what you're most comfortable with. Yeah. As personally, I wouldn't want to do that. I also don't want to do it for another reason. It's that reason, but I also want to know, I want to get an idea of this other person through your eyes and through your perspective. And it's almost like me, like, almost being a little protective. Like, I want to make sure that this person seems like a good person.
Yeah.
At least the way you're describing it to me.
Yeah.
And make sure there's no red flags. That you're just, like...
Yeah.
Not saying because you might be a little too smitten, I guess.
Yeah. Oh, that's a good point. I hadn't thought about it that way.
I'm not sure if that's like me being the guy and like wanting to be the protector. We haven't really had that experience with you yet, but
yeah,
I don't know. We'll see.
Yeah, that's true. Every time I've gone out on a date beforehand, and I think literally every single time, you've been like, "Are you sure? Like, he's not weird. He's not." I'm like, and just, you've like checked, and I'm like, well, and most of the time it's a first date, so I'm like, well, I don't know. I guess I'm gonna find out, but it's been fine.
Well, I mean, like, no, I don't think I've ever asked if they're weird, but I asked like, what do you think of them, or like, how do they seem?
Yeah.
I don't want to assume that you're like going on a date with a weird person. I don't know that. I don't want to make that negative false assumption. But I want to know, like, how do they seem to you? Yeah. Like, how has it gone so far? Like, how are your conversations going? Like, what have you guys talked about? Does it seem like it's going well?
Yeah.
Just, get a general idea of how it's going.
Yeah. Yeah. That makes sense. Okay. What else? What was the next? Oh, yeah. How much do you share with anyone? Yeah. Last question. Dating apps. Do you use dating apps? And if so, which ones do you like most?
This is up your alley.
Yeah. So, I mean, I kind of started using dating apps in 2020. I think at the beginning of 2020, I was like, yay. And then, obviously, the pandemic, and then that changed everything. But I did still use them a little bit in 2020, and I probably will a little bit more this year. But the dating app that I have found is really, really good for like open relationships and polyamory specifically is OkCupid. Because you know how when you set up your profile, there's you can put like in a normal dating thing, you'd be like, oh, I'm 5'4" and I'm a Democrat and I'm Christian or whatever, like you put that stuff in.
Leo rising.
No, that's not in. I mean, I'd put that in mine, but that's not like an option.
You're just putting, like.
I just mean like the options
the basic facts about yourself.
Yes, that are already in there. Not I'm typing this in the about me. I'm talking about like the options when you set up your profile.
Oh, yeah, like that the dating app directly asks you.
Yes, yes. So in OkCupid, you can put in there that you are married. You can put in there that you are open to ethical non-monogamy. Like they have those options. So it's not like just in your like bio description or whatever, or your about you, but they have those options. And so you can filter by those options. So you can put, I only want to see other people that are married. I only want to see people who are open to non-monogamy. All of that is like in there and you can filter through. So I found that one to be the best because there's more like-minded people on there. I haven't really tried out any of the other dating apps since opening our relationship up and being polyamorous. So I don't know from experience about the other apps and how they work with that. But as far as I know, OkCupid is the only one that has those options, and it makes it really nice. And so I've definitely been on quite a few dates with other guys who have been married and open or ethically non-monogamous. And I really like that because it's different because they get it. You know, it's like we are married, and so somebody else who is also married and open, they totally get it. Whereas when I've dated somebody who is just like a single guy and is like, oh, you're married? That's weird, but I'll still go on a date with you. Like that kind of a thing. They can still be very, very open, but a lot of them are also like, oh, but I think I want to get married eventually. So I don't know. It can be a little more tricky with somebody who hasn't really even thought about like, oh, do I want to be able to date multiple people? You know, and some of those apps, they're really geared towards like getting married and finding your one person and all of that. And so, you know, people who are really looking for that, you just might not get the best like results on those kinds of apps. Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, you've had a lot more experience with the dating apps than I have.
Yeah.
They're still, I mean, I'm 34. I'm not that old, but I never really got into dating apps.
Yeah.
I always just liked doing it the old-fashioned way and going out and meeting people. I'm more open to dating apps now for sure.
Especially like during a pandemic, it makes it a lot easier and it's much safer.
Yeah. But I guess I'm still personally trying to, I guess, kind of figure them out.
Yeah.
Figure out how best to like interact with women through the dating app. But I really do like that OkCupid feature.
Yeah.
OkCupid feature. Yeah, it just helps you find people who are like-minded.
Yeah.
Like if I were, you know, I've only gone out a handful of times while being like fully open and fully poly. Mm-hmm. And I've been lucky to meet people who were like understood it and knew about it.
Yeah.
But I'm sure as I go out more, I'm gonna, you know, run into people who are just like, that's weird, or like, are you sure you're not cheating on your wife, kind of thing. So
yeah.
I'm sure there's gonna be a lot more resistance. So it'll be nice, like using dating apps to kind of find those like-minded people right off the bat. Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Something else that we looked into right before the pandemic, we had looked into like there's meetups. There's like polyamory meetups, and they're not happening right now, or maybe they're happening virtually. I have no idea, because I started looking into it and then the pandemic hit, and so I was like, not yet. but yeah, like you can look in your city, just type in your city and then type in like polyamory meetups and you'll see them. And it's basically like, you know, you go, you have a drink, you talk, you mingle, and you meet other people who are also polyamorous. And so, you know, anybody that you meet there and that you have a connection with, you already know that they are also like-minded and that they get it too. So that's just like another thing to consider, you know, as things start to open up.
Yeah. It's another way to meet more people.
Okay, F, thank you so much. I see you have to go. But yes, send me a message and we can talk more. And I'd love to connect with you on another, you know, another platform outside of here. That would be amazing. All right, we do have a couple other people that are in here, so if you have any questions, please feel free to type them in the chat. Anything you want to know about us, our relationship, any questions you have maybe about polyamory in general or maybe in your own relationship, feel free to type them in the chat. We would love to hear from you. Yeah, so wow. We have been doing this for almost an hour.
I know, it doesn't feel like an hour.
I know.
It feels like 10 minutes.
I know. This has been so cool. It's been so cool. We'll stay on here for a few more minutes to see if anybody else has any questions. But yeah, oh my gosh, I figured we would do this for an hour. We didn't even talk about that, actually. It was just like, we're doing a live. And in my mind, I just figured it would be an hour. We never discussed it, but...
Yeah. We just had no clue how it would go.
Yeah.
So, no, but it's been nice to hop on and chat with other people who want to be poly or who are curious about being poly.
Yeah. Yeah, this has been so fun. Yeah, to chat with all of you and you know, get your questions and answer them and talk about them. And yeah, I mean, I think this has been a success.
Yeah, I'd say so.
Yeah. And we like barely had to use filler questions.
Yeah, it's probably a good thing.
No, I know, that's the point.
Yeah.
That was the point.
That is a good thing.
Yeah. I know. We were a little worried because, I mean, yeah, we had no idea how this was going to go, so we were a little worried. We were like, oh my God, what if nobody comes on? What if there's no questions? What if it's just us talking to nobody?
I have a feeling we just get so competitive with this game and we just start like...
True. It's probably a good thing that...
Getting a little aggro.
Yeah, that's true. It's probably a good thing we didn't get too into this game because... Yeah.
It already started escalating at question 2.
Sorry, I can't help it. It's the Aries. It's the fire. We're about to go into Aries season. Whoop, whoop. Yeah.
Okay.
Oh, okay. Yeah, it's my birthday month. P.S. Since we only have a few more minutes, and we don't have any questions at the moment. It's my birthday month. Woo! I celebrate my birthday all month. It's on March 25th. So it's like I get the whole month to celebrate, and then the last like week, because you know you got to do after birthday festivities for anyone who couldn't make the before birthday festivities. So, anywho, yeah, it's my birthday month, and then I'm an Aries, so shout out to all my fellow Aries.
I love that it's your birthday month, but it's also, I feel a lot of pressure.
Yeah.
You have such high expectations and standards.
I like to celebrate. But it's not just my birthday, it's like anybody's birthday. You know, like when other people have birthdays, sure, yeah. I'm like, yes, let's celebrate. What are we doing? Let's plan something. Let's do something. Yeah. You know,
you get me into my birthday more to my birthday than I get myself into it.
Yeah. Yeah, true. Mike's like, I don't know what we're going to do for your birthday. And I'm like, or for my birthday. And I'm like, what? How have you not thought about this? We start planning my birthday before we plan his. And his is in February. So, we have some new people. Yay. If you have a question for us, go ahead and type it in the chat. We were only planning on doing this for a few more minutes. So if you have a question, go ahead and type it in, and we'll get to it. Yeah. But, yeah, his birthday is in February, and mine is in March. And I started thinking about my birthday on Christmas. Christmas is December 25th, and then my birthday is March 25th. So it's like the 3-month mark. And I'm like, 3 months to my birthday. So I started thinking about it like way, way sooner. Anyway, I know. So, we have so many more people entering right now. So, hi everyone. Hello. If you have any questions for us about polyamory, about our own relationship, hi. Please type them in the chat. We are running short on time. We've been live for almost an hour, but we want to answer your questions. So please quickly type them into the chat so we can get to them before our time is up. But anything you want to know about polyamory, here we go. First question. Do you have multiple spouses? Well, that's not legal.
Polygamy?
Yeah, that's polygamy. So polygamy is different than polyamory. Polygamy is when you have multiple spouses, and that's not legal anymore. I don't think, right? That's illegal. You can't legally be married to more than one person.
I don't really know much about that besides, it's like I don't even know if this is a stereotype, but it's, I heard it's pretty big in the Mormon culture.
Yeah, it used to be.
But yeah, I don't think it's legal.
No, yeah, I don't think it's legal. So no, we don't have multiple spouses. Yeah. Yeah, you might want to do a little more research into that before you go signing up.
Polyamory is not much different. You just don't have, you're not legally married to, multiple partners. You have multiple lovers just without the title of marriage.
Yeah.
So it's essentially like the commitment's there, but you just don't have that legal title.
Yeah, exactly.
That's the only difference.
Yeah, you don't have to be married to have those other relationships. Yeah, so we would consider ourselves polyamorous, which just means that you are open to dating and having relationships, emotional and intimate relationships with other people. So it's not just about physical, it's not just about sex. For us, it's definitely about having like a very deep emotional connection to somebody else and having a relationship, which really, I mean, that's what you want before you get married. So if you're wanting to have multiple spouses, I mean, polyamory is the way to do it legally. You're just not actually, like that's just a title. Spouse is just a title, same as like boyfriend, girlfriend. It doesn't really mean anything. So if multiple relationships is what you're after, then polyamory is the way to go, or one of the ways to go. All right. Okay, so I'll give it another like minute because I know there is a little bit of a lag. Oh, wait, here we go. Yes. So the question is, so you can be in an exclusive relationship and see other people. So yes, but technically, I guess you wouldn't call it exclusive, right? Because if we got to be really clear with like our languaging, right? Because if you're in an exclusive relationship, then that means it's just you and another person, and that is monogamy. But if you want to see multiple people, then you're technically not exclusive.
Yeah, I'd almost phrase it like, it's almost like, it's not exclusive.
I would say committed.
It's committed.
Multiple committed relationships.
I'd say it's also prioritized. They're prioritized relationships.
Yeah.
Because we have like, our relationship is the primary relationship. So, you can be using the word exclusive to mean like primary almost.
Yeah.
But I guess ultimately, yeah, we are in an inclusive relationship because we are wanting to see other people.
Yeah.
So, yeah, I guess the wording is important, but.
Yeah. Well, just if it is important, especially if you're talking to somebody else about it, if you're talking to someone you're dating, you want to make sure everyone's on the same page. So the question is, don't we all want to see multiple people? Well, not everyone does. That's the thing. Not everybody wants that or can handle that. It can be a strain on a relationship. So, I mean, yeah, you might think like, oh yeah, I want to date lots of people, but kind of what we were talking about earlier is that it's a commitment. It's a commitment to your partners, all of your partners. It takes a lot of time. It takes a lot of planning. So it's much harder to see multiple people than it may seem right off the bat.
Yeah. I think a lot of people are, very content and happy being in a monogamous relationship. And so they want to focus on that one relationship. And they have, other hobbies and priorities and, career aspirations that take up a lot more of their time also.
Mm-hmm.
So they may not want to pursue another relationship outside their marriage.
Yeah.
That's a lot more common in American society.
Yeah. Yeah.
What else is relevant in here?
Let's see. A few more questions. Is jealousy ever an issue? And so because we're short on time, we did an entire episode all about jealousy on our podcast. I can't remember if it was episode 3. Episode 5. Episode 5. It's called Jealousy and Insecurities. We have an entire episode about it, so I would recommend listening to that episode. And you can hear all of our thoughts about it, just because we are short on time. And last, it says, what are your thoughts on hypergamy? I don't know. I honestly don't know what that is.
I haven't heard of that before. I can take a guess, though.
What is your guess?
I'll look it up.
Look it up. I will. I don't know what that is. Hypergamy. Person marrying a spouse of higher caste or social status. I have a question. Where are you from? Just curious. So, marrying up.
It's from Cali.
Cali? Oh, okay. Cool. Yeah, so it says hypergamy, if I'm saying that right, is marrying up, occasionally referred to, is a term used in social science for the act or practice of a person marrying a spouse of higher caste or social status than themselves. So, I mean, I guess, yeah, here that's not really...
I have nothing against that. That's a personal decision between the two people getting married.
Yeah. Yeah, but I mean, we don't...
I thought it was going to be something totally different.
Yeah. Yeah, caste or social status, I mean...
Well, yeah, I mean...
I feel like that's not very...
What, like Aladdin marrying Princess Jasmine kind of thing?
No, I just feel like that...
Like or just a poor person marrying a richer person?
Yeah, maybe. Yeah, I'm not really sure what you mean about, like, what you would like to know about that specifically. But, I mean, I feel like that's not... I feel like maybe in other cultures, what am I trying to say? In other cultures, like in other countries, I feel like that might be a more important question. But it's not something that I think super applies to...
Okay.
Like us. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
But I feel like in other countries where social status is, and maybe other, like years ago when status was so much more important. And in some countries that is true. Social status is very, very important. And so marrying into different social statuses, like, yeah. So, I mean, I can't really speak to that. I don't know that much about it, but I think part of the reason is because I don't really think it applies to us specifically.
Yeah, it's not really
right now.
It's not really what we're focused on right now.
Yeah.
Personally, I never even considered social status. Really, I mean, it was like a very small factor of the person or the people I dated.
Yeah. I
was more interested in who they were.
Yeah.
And
the connection.
Morally, ethically, and yeah, if I had emotional connection with them.
Mm-hmm.
And yeah, I mean, if we were just able to like truly get along and like truly take the time and effort to get to know one another.
Yeah.
So yeah, just for me, it was never really, it wasn't a focus at all, really.
Yeah, it's never really mattered for me either. Although, I'm not going to lie, when I was younger, I used to always joke, like, oh, I'm just going to marry someone rich and then never have to worry about anything ever again.
Oh, man.
Yeah, I used to, so, I mean,
yeah.
Young Elisa definitely had some ideas about that, but... But no, like...
Didn't quite follow through with that one.
Right, well... but yeah, it's not... Once I actually, like, really started dating for real, and now especially now that we're open, it's not something that matters to me at all. Because it is, again, about the connection that I feel with another person. The rest of that stuff doesn't matter.
I feel like it would... If I forced it just to, like, marry up for like money or status and I didn't truly love that person, I just don't think I'd ever be happy.
Yeah. But, I mean, in some countries, that's how it is still, you know?
Yeah.
So.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like arranged marriages or, I mean, you see in the movies all the time.
Yeah.
Or Game of Thrones. marrying off the daughter for, good relations with
that used to be
some other family. Yeah.
Yeah, and that's why I said, like, I feel like that's something that maybe was more prevalent, like, years ago. Like, yeah, because that used to be the thing, right? You marry off your daughter to somebody rich so she can have a good life. Because if not, then you're stuck with her at home and you have to take care of her. And if you're poor, then that's, that's another mouth to feed, and that's tough. So.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it's a much different time.
Yeah, much different. But okay,
right.
I think that is it. Our time is up. We have been on here for over an hour. Oh my gosh! Yeah, the time went by so fast. So, thank you guys. Thank you to everyone who joined us. We really appreciate it. Thank you to everyone who asked us questions. They were super great, super thought-provoking. If you want to continue the conversation, if you want to continue talking with us, please reach out to us. You can connect with me. The best way for me is on Instagram. I'm pretty active on there. My Instagram handle is @_ Elisa, ELISA .Janelle, JANELLE. If you're listening to this on the podcast, it is linked down below. Or you can send us an email if you'd rather do that it's the name of our show completely spelled out, Poly plus Amor equals us, but all spelled out, so no symbols. Poly plus Amor equals us, and then the number 8, partly because that's Mike's favorite number, but also because when turned sideways, it's the infinity symbol, and I like that. So Poly plus Amor equals us 8 @gmail.com. You can send us an email, and we'll, reply to you that way. But yeah, thank you guys so much for engaging with us, for talking with us. This has been so fun, and I'm really looking forward to doing another one.
Yeah, me too. Yeah, thanks. As Elisa said, thanks for joining us. This was the first time we've ever attempted something like this, so we didn't know how it would go.
Yeah,
but it's been enjoyable, and it's been nice just answering questions, but also hearing other people's thoughts on these same questions and topics. So thank you guys for joining us and engaging in this conversation.
Yeah, and one last thing, we're thinking about doing these once a month. Moving forward, it will be the first Monday of every month. So if you want to join for the next one, you can kind of plan. It'll be the first Monday of every month at 7 p.m., just like we did tonight. And yeah, that's it.
Yeah.
Okay. Awesome. Thank you guys
Call it a wrap.
so much. And yeah, we look forward to doing this next time.